Hey guys, how you doing? It's Coach Mitch here. Let's talk about the Secret Service Super Interview. When it comes to the Uniform Division Officer interview, so they're not the same, right? People think, oh, is UD the same as SA? No, they're not. They're two different interview platforms because they're two different jobs, obviously, right? So let's get right down into it. So I'm gonna give you 6 things you're looking for when it comes to the Uniform Division Secret Service interview process. Are the questions. The first question they're going to ask you about is about trust, integrity. And you have to understand, well, why are they so heavy on this? Well, because they're not hiring just a police officer, right? A police officer does his or her rounds, they do cruising, they do so on and so forth, write tickets and stuff like that, right? Uniform division is definitely more focused on what they do. They're standing feet away from protected individuals, your VIPs, your foreign dignitaries, things like that. A rogue one can do some damage, right? So this is why they're looking at you for the trust level. So the question they're really asking themselves when they ask you a question is, can we trust this individual when nobody is looking? That's a big deal because in today's day and age, people don't know how to take responsibility. They don't own up to anything at all. People who are leaders are not showing real leadership anymore. So they want to make sure that you as a UD can show leadership by being responsible for your actions, by being there where you're supposed to be, and by being someone they can trust in their occupation, which is what? To guard foreign dignitaries, the president, the VIP, and stuff like that. So integrity, discretion, and judgment is much more applicable and much more appreciated than some flashy answers, right? You don't need to dig down into your degree to answer these questions. You need to understand the focus and mission of UD Secret Service. Those things are what helps you. In my coaching program, I tell you the mission first, and then our answers are always going to revolve around that. This is why if you practice in the civilian way, like a civilian interview, I guarantee you 1000% you're not going to pass, because a civilian interview is nothing like a UD Secret Service interview. They're two different worlds. Number 2 is, can you show calm under pressure? Now, how do you do this in an interview? Well, you're going to have to dredge up one of your stories from your life. That's what they're going to look for. And then in that story, you're going to show that you were indeed calm under pressure. Now, are they looking for some Rambo type person, some one-man show and do his own thing? No, they're not looking for that. They're not looking for Rambos. Looking for people who take on real life, real world situations and how they answer it. This is what the panel wants to hear. They're not looking for you to be some G.I. Joe type. They have no interest in that. They want to see how you handle a situation calmly and under pressure. This takes rewrite. We have to rewrite this 2 or 3 times easily to get the right message out to these people who are in front of us. This is when the coaching comes into play, because we have to understand what we're up against first, to understand your story, where it's coming from, and why you offer it. We might go through 2 or 3 stories of your background to get to the part where we got to get to that makes it the most sense to this panel who's listening to you. Number 3, of course, is going to be what? Protection first, right? So what does that mean? You have to be proactive. We're going to use words indicative of us being a proactive individual. And you have to be, because imagine you are in full light of everybody can see you. Therefore, you have to be someone who is going to be proactive. The mindset is this: how do I prevent the problem before it becomes a threat? Not reactive, proactive. You got to get ready to go take care of something first, right? That's always a deal. Another one is clear, direct communication. Now, some of my folks with degrees and advanced degrees think they got to put in these $10 words when a $1 word will do. So you'll need big words. You need to have clear words. Understand? This is why you don't need to have a fancy degree like I have, right? to be uniform division. People think that all the time. You don't need that. A college degree will not help you be a better UD. It just won't, because some things some people just have naturally. Some people are already situationally aware. Some always have their head on a swivel. College does not teach you that. That comes with life. However, they can train you that as well. So it's very big. Also, too, for the ESL candidates that I have sometimes Sometimes I will show you how to replace words for other words that come out more clearly. I've been doing this for 7 years. Just trust the system. I'll show you how it works. I haven't had a fail for over 15 months now in any UD or essay for Secret Service. I just haven't, because I really care about your success. Your success is tied to my success. It's not a one-stop go, okay, thanks, have a good day, see you later. No, I follow you guys through the whole process until you get the badge on your uniform. That's what I do. So if the panel has to work to understand you, then you're losing points. In my coaching program, I'm the panel, and I'm very critical. I make sure you say the right things. That's very, very important, okay? Number 5, I call the John Rambo effect. We don't want Rambos. It's a team effort. It's a team first mentality. That's how I want you to think. You're not a solo operator. So the question is, can you follow direction, of course, right? We want to know about that. Can you support a mission without the recognition? Meaning that, can you do the job right without looking for a medal or a trophy or so on and so forth? We just want to have a candidate that can do his or her job minus the ego. We don't need ego people here. We need people that want to do the job to protect the VIPs that are protecting the foreign dignitaries and so on and so forth. I always call it like the silent guardian. SA is the invisible guardian. You guys are the silent guardians, right? You're not looking for trophies and medals and all that kind of stuff. That's for people who are in the wrong job. You should not be Secret Service if you're looking for some kind of glory. It's not going to work for you guys, okay? Secret Service UD, they're there to protect VIPs from other countries. They're there to do the job to keep us all safe. This is the one that is rarely talked about, but they're looking at asking questions. Can you work the long hours? Are you mature enough for it? Can you do the sacrifice that it takes? Because we come into UD, they want to know, can you do the job? Now, the job could be instant come back to work again. Could be 12, 14, 18 hours. It could be a long day. And so in the civilian world, working overtime, it's okay, right? Not that bad. But for UD, working overtime means you still got to be highly aware of what's going on. Proactive at all times, head on the swivel, situational awareness. That's what that means. They are assessing you on the spot if you can do those things. Now, if you want to pass this, get a good chance of passing your interview, I want you to get down to my description down below, click into one of my programs down there, get into my calendar, and we can start. Also, too, you guys must know the ACE event is May 14th of 2026. That's about a month and a half away. You got to prepare for that stuff now in case they do call you. So get into the system, start applying now, so at least your name is in the application pool, so they might pull you down there for the ACE event in Leesburg, Virginia on May 14th. The ACE event is awesome because it cuts out 120 days in the process, so you can save a lot of time. Is this a surge? No. Secret Service does not do surges. They don't do surges. They have high quality people only. Now, cutting out 120 days is mean they're making a shorter process for high quality people. So it's not for anybody. It's not a surge, okay? Don't ever confuse that with Secret Service, okay? Ever, okay? So there we go. You want help with this for sure? You want me to sit down with you, go over your stories back and forth, teach you how to do it. Practice makes perfect. You too can get onto my 15-month awesome events of passing the Secret Service interview for the past 15 months almost, okay? You guys take care and have a good day. I'm happy you're going for Secret Service. Good job on you. Take care. Bye-bye.